Israel took out web and correspondences in the Gaza Strip in moved forward barrage Friday night, generally removing its 2.3 million individuals from contact with one another and the rest of the world, and making a close power outage of data. As the military said, it was extending ground, tasks, and in the area. The Tactical's declaration flagged it was drawing nearer to a full-scale attack of Gaza, where it has promised to smash the decision Hamas assailant bunch after its ridiculous attack in southern Israel 3 weeks prior. Blasts from constant airstrikes illuminated the sky over Gaza City for quite a long time after sunset. The Palestinian telecom supplier, Paltel, said the barrage caused complete interruption of web, cell, and landline administrations. The end implied that setbacks from strikes and subtleties of ground invasions couldn't promptly be known. A few satellite telephones kept on working, currently dove into haziness. After most power was removed weeks prior, Palestinians were tossed into detachment, clustering in homes and sanctuaries, with food and water supplies running out. Family members outside Gaza overreacted after their informing visits, with family